The Lord will bring about justice and praise in every nation on earth like flowers blooming in the garden. Due to the length of this text and the limitation on our time, I want you to look at somebody next to you and say, neighbor, I'm in need of a breakthrough anointing. Look at somebody else behind you. It's been a long day. Look at somebody behind you and say, neighbor, I'm in need of a breakthrough anointing. Liberty. The statue stands tall. But because I'm not free, to me it seems so small. But I wait with patience till freedom is won. Enslaved for who I am, rejected for what I am, shackled because I am free. I believe in liberty. Even though things didn't happen the way I wanted it to happen in the city, in the state of Florida, I still believe in liberty. Even things happen in my own family members, and my own family members' lives kind of went another direction. I still believe in liberty. One day he had just a little bit to drink, and when he was sitting in his chair, he nodded off, and his hand hit the latch of the gate. And the wolf got in the chicken coop and killed all of the chickens. When the father got to the farm, and he had saw the blood on the ground, and he had saw the dead chickens on the ground. Excuse me, Mom. He said, who in the hell left the gate open? Now, there's so many young people here. I don't want you to turn to your neighbor and say this, because I'm not going to help you get out of trouble. But if you're over the age of 18, I want you to look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, who in the hell left the gate open? My brothers and my sisters, let me park parenthetically there and let you know, we were the ones who left the gate open. Anytime you have somebody in your family that's addicted to drugs, and God brought you out of drugs, and instead of telling them how God can bring you out and bring them out, and you just talk about them like a junkyard dog and talk about them like a runaway slave, you have left the gate open. Anytime somebody in your family that's been molested, and you've been molested by a loved one, and you refuse to look at them and call the police and get them told, you have left the gate open. Anytime you look up your nose at somebody that comes to church not wearing the suit or the tie or driving the Mercedes-Benz, and you look at them like Alice in Wonderland, you have left the gate open. You got to act like this is your year. Look at somebody next to you and say, neighbor, this is your year. Act like it. Look at somebody else next to you and say, neighbor, this is your time. Act like it. Look at somebody else next to you and say, neighbor, this is your season. Walk in it. My brothers and my sisters, if you're really going to reclaim everything that the devil has stolen from you, if you're going to go into the enemy's camp and take back your children, take back your neighborhood, take back your church. Oh, well, we already done that. Take back everything that the devil has stolen from you, then you got to act like this is your year. Where's my drummer at? Look at somebody next to you and say, neighbor, this is your year. Give me a drummer, somebody. Look at somebody next to you and say, neighbor, This is your year. Look at somebody next to you and say, neighbor, this is your hour. Look at somebody next to you and say, neighbor, this is your time. How do I know? Because the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Though an army encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war may rise against me, in this shall I be confident. For in the time of trouble, he shall hide me. In the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion, in his secret place, in his tabernacle. He shall hide me. He shall set me upon a rock, my head lifted up. I would have fainted unless I believe to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. See, honey, you don't have to die. You can get it right now. Look at somebody next to you and say, neighbor, wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. Wait, I say, on the Lord, and he will strengthen your heart. Hold on. Don't give up. Your breakthrough is not close. Hold on. Don't give up. Your breakthrough is not near. Hold on. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel, because your breakthrough is now. Your breakthrough is now. Your breakthrough is now. Your breakthrough is now. Grab your neighbor's hand. Say, neighbor, whatever it is that you're going through or that you're dealing with, you coming out of it. The reason, look at it and say, the reason why I know. Tell them the reason why I know you coming out of it is because I hold your hand. Pull on them, pull on them, pull on them. Tell them I hold your hand and you hold my hand. But when I come out, I'm taking you with me. Now, if you want a breakthrough anointing, break loose, break out, break forth. If you want a breakthrough anointing, break through with a praise. If you want a breakthrough anointing, break through in deliverance. If you want a breakthrough anointing, break through in power. For the spirit of heaviness, put on a garment of praise. Open up your mouth. Open up your mouth. Open up your mouth. Shout to the Lord with a voice of triumph. Open up your mouth. Open up your mouth. Open up your mouth and give God praise. 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 Praise to worship. Praise to worship. Oh, Shamaya. Praise to worship. Lift those hands. Praise to worship. Open up your mouth. Praise. Praise to worship. Open up your mouth. Praise to worship. God, I love you. Praise to worship. God, you're working it out for me. Praise to worship. I'll never be the same again. Praise to worship. My finances are changing. Praise to worship. When I get home, it's not going to be the same. Praise to worship. I'm the change agent on my job. Praise to worship. God's given me the scholarship for school. Praise to worship. God's healing my body. Praise to worship. God's fixing my broken heart. Praise. To worship. Open up your mouth, lift up your hands, and worship the Lord. A breakthrough anointing has just hit your